This is Johannesburg.
Johannesburg, the city of gold, has always been known as the financial and industrial center of South Africa.
Africa's wealthiest city, the place that built the South African economy, and right now it is falling apart. A city where trash is left to rot on the street, where roads crumble faster than they are repaired, where families tend to their taps and nothing comes out, where deadly fires expose just how fragile basic services have become. This didn't happen overnight. It is the result of decades of decisions made by a government that has controlled the city for almost 30 years. The ANC has governed Johannesburg for most of the last 30 years, and this is what Johannesburg looks like. In this video, we are going to look at the 4 most shocking ways the ANC destroyed Africa's most important city. Not the boring news you see on TV, the things that will genuinely make your jaw drop. This is the South African Project. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for 250 subs. Let's start with the worst one. On the 31st of August 2023, at 1:30 in the morning, a fire started in a building in Marshalltown, the center of Johannesburg CBD. 77 people died, 88 injured. People woke up to a fire around them. The fire escapes were locked down and chained shut. People could not get out. Some jumped from 3 and 4 floors to escape the flames. This was one of the deadliest building fires in the world in recent years. Now, here's the part that should make you angry. An official inquiry found that the city of Johannesburg, which owned that building, knew it was in a bad state for the last 4 years before the fire. 4 years. They knew they did nothing. The building had been abandoned by the city and taken over by, quote, illegal landlords, end quote. Criminals who packed 200 families into a 5-story death trap and charged them rent. No legal electricity, no clean water. Families living in shacks built inside old offices in a building that the city owned and ignored for years. Survivors are now suing the city of Johannesburg for compensation. The inquiry said the city must bear responsibility. And here's the final detail that says everything. After the fire, survivors were moved to a temporary shelter. The same system is still running. If you disagree with calling this the ANC's failure, comment down below. Let's keep going. The Marshalltown fire was not a single bad incident. It was a symptom of something much bigger. The Gauteng Police Commissioner confirmed there are around 700 buildings in Johannesburg CBD alone, taken over by criminal gangs, turned into illegal housing, packed with desperate people who have nowhere else to go. Here's how it works. A building gets abandoned either by its owner or by the city. A criminal group moves in. They change the locks. They start renting out the rooms. Families come because they need somewhere to live, and formal housing is impossible to afford in Johannesburg. They pay the criminals. The criminals pocket the money. There is no clean water. There is no working toilets. Illegal electricity connections. No fire escapes that work. Multiple families packed into spaces built for one office work. Scores of people often live in one room. Fires are common in these buildings. The city of Johannesburg officially admits 48 of its own buildings have been hijacked, taken by criminals, rented out, and the city that cannot do much because the people living there, quote, they have nowhere else to go, end quote. Sandton is called the richest square mile in Africa. The big banks are there, the luxury hotels, the headquarters of major corporations, the money. In 2024, Sandton had no running water for weeks. For 2 weeks, residents, rich and poor, were lining up to collect water from trucks. People who have never seen a shortage like this in their lives were standing in queues with buckets. This is not a one-time crisis. Water outages in Johannesburg have increased exponentially from 2021 to now. Burst pipes are left for days before anyone else fixes them. When they do fix them, the repairs often break again within weeks because low quality materials are used. almost half of Johannesburg's water is lost before it reaches anyone's taps. 41% of all water that enters the system disappears through leaks, illegal connections, and broken pipes that have not been maintained for years. The DA took the city of Johannesburg to court in May 2026, arguing this is not an accident or a natural disaster. It is the direct result of political failure and deliberate inaction. That is not incompetence. That is a city that stopped caring for its own people. Here's the chapter most people do not know about. Johannesburg is running out of money. Researchers at Wits University said in September 2025 that Johannesburg may be bankrupt soon, making it the biggest South African city to collapse financially. A financial analyst put it directly, quote, "Without immediate drastic physical intervention, the city risks a total operational shutdown," end quote. What does that mean in plain language? It means the city cannot pay its bills. It cannot pay for the roads repair, cannot pay for the water infrastructure, cannot pay its own workers properly, and they build this problem themselves. In May 2025, the ANC mayor launched something called the, quote, "bomb squad," end quote, a special task force to fix Johannesburg. By August 2025, 3 months later, Rise Muzanzi, a political party, said the squad has made zero impact. The mayor said they were wrong and that hard work was being done. The problems continued. Meanwhile, 80% of Johannesburg's bridges are at risk of collapse from years of neglect. 80% at risk of collapse. The city launched a water turnaround strategy in 2024. 2 years later, it had not been implemented. Johannesburg was supposed to be the model for what post-apartheid South Africa could build. Instead, it became the model for what happens when a political party runs a city for 30 years with loyalty as the hiring rule and corruption as the business model. The ANC governed the city. These are the results. If you think that's unfair, hey man, comment down below. I wanna hear it. Subscribe if you want more stories like this, and share this video with someone who needs to see it. And other than that, if you see a video right now on screen, click on that video because YouTube really thinks that story is what you need to watch right now.